Hiya besties, I'm here in London today and I'm on the way to the theatre cafe. It's a bit windy, sorry. It's very difficult to find anywhere quiet in London to film. What I was trying to say is I'm on the way to the theatre cafe to watch episode 2 of the Theatre Channel, and it's Halloween themed because it's October and we love a theme, and I'm dressed as the mythic bitch that is Heather Chandler, and I'm going to take you along with me.
If you're going to do a number like that, you've got to build it. So I had to work out the way of starting it in here, then out on the street, and then taking us up to the roof. And it worked. You were all great up there. It was very cold, wasn't it? It really was, you know.
Wearing not a lot.
That's right, you know. It's a tall order, doing these big numbers, and I'm thinking, how much bigger are they going to get?
Christmas is coming.
Absolutely. But that's what it's all about. And, I said this before when I said I'd do this job. We have to take it somewhere else. We have to keep upping the standard and making it what it is. For me, working with Ben and Michael on the camera work, it's not easy. We've got 2 cameras, and I'm a toughie. I want it to look like it looks. I mean, to do all that Jekyll and Hyde stuff is no mean feat, I can tell you. And we were out there for hours till it was right, how we wanted it, And that's actually shot down the side of the Duke of York's Theatre, the stage door. I walked past there one day with my coffee and I went, that's it, that's where it needs to go. And that's how it all started. But everything is rooted in here. Can you believe that wood that Ria sang last midnight? This is here. It was here.
It stood there.
Extraordinary. And it was just like a little capsule in here with leaves everywhere, netting and what have you. But if we're going to do it, we'll do it the right way. The Dracula number, because we had to be socially distant, it was really difficult. And it took us, Michael, myself and Ben, a whole day editing that number, because it was just, they were never together, so we had to do it another way. I think, thanks to Adam and Michael, that we got the right balance of numbers. It's not your normal Halloween show. I just didn't want green witches everywhere. We wanted to actually bring some classy numbers. For me, Lindsay's number, it still breaks me out because there's a lot in that number about where we are now and what have you. And when she did it, those tears were real. It was so moving, wasn't it? But the calibre of performer we've got is it's a joy. And for me, it keeps me alive, Jordan Shaw did the opening number.
Who's here, Jordan?
He's there. There he is. Yeah. When the number came up, I said, I know exactly who's going to do that number. And again, we brought something new to that number. They were exhausted by it. That's full-on dance for a small area, I can assure you. And they danced all day. For me to say, it's clean, it's a clean number. They danced brilliantly. I'm really proud of them and for Jordan.
When Lindsay came on board for doing it, it was like, obviously there aren't orchestral backing versions of that song. It's such an obscure song. And so we talked, as we do with all our artists, over Zoom and talk about the number, etc. And I sort of said to Lindsay, there's no way we've got an orchestra track that would suit this. So what I want to do is, you come in, and I sat at the piano and Bill sat here and cried. I mean, the joy for me on this project is week after week I get top West End talent coming in, and I get to work with them and they sing and we record their stunning voices. But we always have a track already prepared which they then sing too. So we did the opposite with Lindsay. There's a keyboard downstairs where we record everything, and she sang live in the booth and I accompanied her, and we did it because I knew she had so much emotion to bring to it. I wanted her to not feel constrained by anything. So she sang it exactly at the pace, with the breaths, the pauses and everything. She sang it the way she felt it. And I accompanied her on electronic keyboard, so we didn't record any of that. But we had that to work with. And she shot the sequence to that piano playback. And then when I'd watched that, I then took the piano track away and I wrote the orchestration for it and built the orchestra around her recording. So for me, it's the totally opposite way. Normally we come with the track and the artist sings to the track. But I knew for Lindsay, she had to have all the emotional space she needed to perform and inhabit that number, which was breathtaking. And then I built the orchestration, I wrote the orchestration around it and laid it on afterwards. Which I have to say I am quite proud of. Her recording that day, every take was like what you saw. Every time she turned her head, there were the tears. It was for her, it was staggering to watch. But very proud.
Stunning Sophie Isaacs. We worked together on Maiden Diagram and Kinky Boots. She's in 6. Pretty Woman herself, Amy Atkinson. Jordan Shaw, who was in Follies and The Lion King and Taptastic. Thank you so much for being with us. And Alex, who's our Cafe 4, and Rocky with lots of clothes on.
Because you're all usually on stage, right? How did you feel having a camera right there, and how is it different being on stage versus having a camera kind of right in your face or following you through the different parts of the songs that you guys were doing?
I loved it. I think I always get told of being too small. So actually for me, I was like, this is fantastic. You can all hear me, can't you? This is fantastic. No, I loved it. It was nice to do something different. And let's be honest, it was nice to do some work.
Yeah.
Jordan, how was it doing the same thing over and over and over?
Yeah. Do you know what it was? Because we learnt it all the day before. So it was like the more we did it was great because we were like, okay, we have another shot to do that. Let's try it this time. Every now and then I'd kind of like have a little peek at the TV because it's the same when especially with our number, it was such a sort of ensemble number. And when you're on the stage, you can play to the gods, but you've got this camera right here. So I'm known for giving like a full face. Every now and then I'm like, Bill, let me just have a look and see should I do a little bit more? He was like, you can go for it. So I was like, okay, cool. And it worked out great because there was just so much energy there. For us, it was the lip syncing with the lyrics that we just put the track down on, and then making sure all of the choreography was really clean, and doing it all at the same time. Which, after 4 weeks rehearsal, that's absolutely fine. But one day, but yeah, it all came together.
I think, firstly, the way that this space was transformed for each and every one was incredible. I remember walking in and being like, oh wow, okay. So that was amazing. It was really nice to work opposite Bradley, who isn't here today sadly, but really nice to have that interaction with him, and just the guidance that we had from Michael and Bill and Ben on the day was amazing, and I felt completely safe and just completely trusted your judgment. But it is a weird thing, whereas because we are used to just performing live on stage and you're just like, okay, that's my job done, to then start not getting too analytical in your head and going, should I just do that again? Or
Did you watch it on the screen?
No.
So I just didn't want to look.
No, because I would have probably
Working on these past 2 episodes has been really interesting. I think, speaking on behalf of the other 3 that couldn't be here as well, just working with different talent each week and working on a different project like each week, it could, like, the transition between numbers is astonishing. Go from working with Jordan on like a massive dance number to then getting half naked and crazy colour. So you never know what you're going to go into, but it's amazing working on different pieces of music and different genres and working with such great talent. Yeah.